Hello, everyone. I'm back, and apparently I'm way too late because someone sent me a message today, or no, basically, I had them on the phone today. Someone that is in my real life, apparently, and is watching my YouTube videos, and mentioned that I apparently promised in the first video that I would do daily updates. Now, honestly, it didn't set that goal for myself, but I'm willing to do it, especially since someone asked for it. But well, I'm sorry that I haven't done a daily update so far. So I started fasting, starving myself, whatever you want to call it, on Sunday evening. So this is now day 3. I can give an update on my weight. So this morning I weighed 2 kilograms less than Sunday. Now, to be clear, I don't expect it to be fat. Due to a couple of reasons. Most likely it's losing fluid, which is often the case when you're losing weight. On top of that, on Monday, when I was cooking, I was reheating. So I made pasta in the past, and I put them in the fridge, in the freezer, put them out the freezer. And on Monday, I was heating up the pasta that was stored in the freezer. And to see if it was on temperature, I actually put a spoon in the food, put it in my mouth, swallowed it, and I was like, okay, it's on temperature. I can give it to my son. And as soon as I swallowed, I'm like, fuck. So my first day is basically already wasted. I don't know what it did to my sugar levels, because normally when you eat, especially carbohydrates, it gives you a spike in blood sugar. So I do look at that Monday as a day wasted. So that's all I ate though. Now, after I ate that one spoon, I was fucking hungry that evening, like really, really hungry. So okay, second day, Tuesday, that was okay. Honestly, I didn't feel hungry at all. Today, during lunch when I was with colleagues, it wasn't a feeling of hunger. It was also it's really strange, but it felt a bit like the feeling that you have when you ate too much. That's the feeling that I had. So I couldn't really place it that well. Because in reality, I consider it, you can consider it the third day of fasting. But for me, it was the second day today. Because on Monday, I ate that one spoon of spaghetti. So you have Tuesday, then you have Wednesday. So it was for me like my second day since the last bite that I took. But so far, so good. I also have an announcement in the sense that I will be eating a bit faster than anticipated, because after posting the video and after seeing some of the comments and reading the DMs, etc., I did some research on what you should eat when you start eating again after a week of prolonged fasting. Apparently, it's not that smart to eat like a very good meal. I was planning on eating a very nutritious meal on Sunday, but that would basically, I don't know the medical term of it, but it would be bad to expose your body after a week of not eating to a very nutritious meal all at once. So at Sunday, this is my son's next birthday party, because I do it for my family first, and the next party is going to be for my wife's family, because we live in a pretty small apartment, so we split the parties up in two. So next Sunday, there's going to be a party this Sunday, and what I'm going to do before the guests arrive, etc., is that I'm going to eat like a little bit of something nutritious. I don't know, maybe a little bit of chicken, something light, something easy digestible, to see how it goes. And then in the afternoon in the party, I might eat something in the party itself. And then when the guests are gone, I'm going to eat something really nutritious, like a lot of veggies and stuff like that. But I'll have to see how my body responds after eating for at least 6 days, almost nothing. So it's not going to be a full 7 days. First of all, because I did eat that one spoon on Monday. Again, I don't know what exactly it did to my blood sugar, but I do know it's not a good thing in terms of losing the weight, in terms of putting my body into keto, in like the burning fat phase. So that definitely impacted it. And on top of that, I'm also going to eat a little bit sooner than anticipated. So not Sunday evening, but I will eat already around Sunday noon. So in the best case scenario, I'm going to be fasting like 5.5 days instead of the planned 7 days for the first time. Next Monday, I'll have an appointment with a doctor to get my blood checked out for cholesterol and other stuff and see, if there are if there's anything that I should really look out for doing this a lot more. And on next Friday, I also have an appointment with another doctor concerning Wegovy, because one of the comments, or I think the only comment on my previous video, was from Honey, someone in the community, who wrote that she's worried that I will lose muscle doing what I do. Now, I am aware that I will lose some muscle mass with what I'm currently doing, especially since I have ordered electrolytes, but I haven't received them yet. Although I ordered electrolytes, but that order was canceled, and now I'm a bit, I have to order them again, but I also don't know where to order them, because if you search electrolytes, there's like so many different shops or web shops that sell it, and I'm having trouble finding a really trustworthy shop, and also with good prices for the electrolytes, because I don't want to spend €2 for every time I drink, for example. Because I should add electrolytes to my water in order to preserve some muscle mass. On top of that, she also wrote, I used Wegovy and lost 16 kilograms. Now, she's not the first person who told me that she used Wegovy. My niece actually used Wegovy as well, and she lost 20 kilograms in 4 months. I'm not saying that I will do this, because it does sound promising, because I've done some research on Wegovy, and apparently, yes, it works in most cases, and most likely I will lose 20 to 30 kilograms with Wegovy, which would be good. The only downside is everyone that used it and says that when they stop using it, it basically resets your urges. You want that food, you want those sugars, you want those fats. The only benefit of this is because, when you have used Wegovy for a long period of time, let's say 4 to 6 months or maybe longer, your habits do change. You no longer have the habit to buy chips or maybe to eat chips in the evening. So in that sense, the urges will come back, but the habits will be mostly gone. So then it will just have to be, if you want to keep your weight, it has to be the discipline of, look, I accomplished this, I lose this weight, I don't want to regain it. Think about all the positive feedback that you receive and all the months that you lose the weight. So I have done it before with a keto diet, right? I lost 40 kilograms or more than 40 kilograms in a period of 8 months. I remember how good it felt. I also remember how easy it was to regain all that weight. And on that topic, there was another comment placed on the AMG Discord where someone wrote, your body isn't an idiot and will adjust in some days, weeks, and you will have to cut even more in order to see some benefits. It's incredibly easy then to retake your lost weight because you're doing this. I need 100 to survive. I'll give my body 70. My body will be stressed and lose weight, but eventually will adapt to 70. And then you can either drop below 70 to keep on losing weight, or you have to repeat the cycle. But if you repeat the cycle or you start eating more again, you'll simply regain everything you lost. Now, that theory also is applicable for just doing a diet based on calories. Because yes, with fasting, it's the same, but also if you have a calorie restricted diet, your body does exactly the same as what this guy is describing here. Your body will adapt to the lower calorie intake. Now, fasting, and especially I think with fasting for 16 hours a day, I do see myself doing this, I would say maybe permanently in the future, because there are many people that have done this for many months and years on end without any serious consequences. On the contrary, they have really good blood values and they're really healthy. Of course, it also depends on what you eat during the 8-hour window. Like if you fast and then during the 8-hour window you eat sugar and chips and fat and whatever, or processed foods, of course you will, not be a healthy person, because there have been research that show that people that do fasting, intermittent fasting, that then basically eat shit on that 8-hour window, of course, they will not be healthy and they will still have heart issues and maybe blood clots and all that other risks that are applicable to an unhealthy diet. So I do see fasting for me as not only an easy way, but also a cheap way, because I noticed already that one day of not eating is really easy. That's like the one spoon I ate on Monday was an accident. I wasn't thinking when I was preparing the meal for my kid. So yeah, that was an accident. It's not because I was hungry. Yes, I felt something that felt like hunger today, but also it was really I drank some water and it was basically gone already after 15 minutes. So honestly, when you are fasting, it's easier than if you ate breakfast, for example, because I know when I eat breakfast in the mornings, I always want a snack in the afternoon, or I want something sugary again in the afternoon. So for me, fasting, continue it in the future, like do it on a daily basis, I think is possible. Okay, back to the Wegovy. So now on Monday, I will have some blood being researched of me to see, what are possible issues in terms of using Wegovy, because I am seriously considered using it, because we are doing the Wegovy method not only means losing weight, and it basically guarantees me losing weight, and possibly also in a more healthy way than what I'm currently doing, with just simply not eating for a week. But on top of that, it also is in combination with like bi-weekly doctor visits, in which they do like an interview and see how I feel. And of course, I have to be honest with the doctor. And also there will be like a blood research again after a few months to see if my blood values are still okay, if there are no, side effects that are too severe, because Wegovy does have side effects, just like Ozempic and those other medicines, because Wegovy and Ozempic are basically the same thing. So did I cover all the questions? Oh yeah, someone on Discord also wrote, maybe check on a doctor with a gastric band surgery, a gastric bypass. And honestly, I'm just too chicken shit to do that. I have had my wife's colleague died a few years ago from a gastric band surgery. I have one good friend that has used it, has done it with a lot of complications. I had another colleague in my previous job that did this surgery with a lot of complications. And I have now one colleague really recently that has done it. And so far she has been perfectly healthy, doesn't have any issues, except for, have to relearn what you can eat and how much you can eat stuff. But except for that, she hasn't had any issues so far. But I'm honestly too scared of all the possible complications that come with a surgery like that. Even though I know that Wegovy has its downsides, and what I'm doing now also has medical downsides. I'm perfectly aware of that. But for me, surgery, going in sleep, it spooks me. From the simple reason, I had a surgery when I was 12. I had my glands removed in my chest. And I didn't wake up correctly. So they had to give me something else to wake up, and eventually I did wake up, and then I hyperventilated and I panicked, and that's one surgery that sticks with you for life. If you hear from your parents, like for a second we're worried that you wouldn't wake up again because the doctor couldn't get you awake, couldn't awake you when you should be awake. And then eventually when I woke up, I had to have hyperventilation. I was panicking. So that experience for my 12 years old still goes with me. So when I can do a surgery without going under narcosis, I will always do that. The same with having my teeth pulled. I had 4 teeth pulled, my wisdom teeth pulled, without general anesthesia, because I was just too afraid to go under again. So that's no option for me, to be clear. So my promises to you is that I'll try to do a daily update, because apparently I promised it in the first video and I didn't follow up on that. So I will try to do a daily update from now on. In terms of weight loss, so far I have lost, if I remember correctly, close to 2 kilograms. It was like 1.9 or something. I don't know the exact, but it was close to 2 kilograms. So tomorrow I will check again. and I'll let you know if I lose even more, or maybe if I don't. It will also depend on how much fluid I have in my body at the moment that I'm putting myself on the scale. Because you have to keep in mind, when I was weighing 145, I don't know how much of that weight at the moment was basically fluid stored in my body. It could have been like 1 or 1.5 kilograms of fluid, so which means that I might have lost almost nothing so far. Now it is day 3 now, or day 2 better. So I do expect to go into ketosis any second now, or any day now, tomorrow most likely, which should speed up the fat burning process, and then I should see faster, well, not faster gains, but faster weight loss. So I'll let you know tomorrow evening what my new weight will be. If there are any questions or updates, just you can feel free to ask them on the YouTube comments again, or in Discord, or my WhatsApp if you know me personally, like my friend did. It's fine. So yeah, I'll try to respond to every single comment or feedback that I receive from you guys, especially if, I mean, it was only like, what, 4 or 5 messages now in 3 days, so that's doable. And I'll keep you guys updated. So, but I am consistently, I'm sure that I will keep on doing something extreme, either it is Wegovy or it is just this, in order to keep losing weight, because I really want to lose weight faster than I have in the past. Well, not faster than the 40 kilograms in 8 months. That was too fast, to be honest. But I want to stay motivated. I want to keep seeing the process. I want to keep seeing changes in my body. And with a simple diet, it's yeah, it has never worked for me in the past. So one more thing, that's one of which Don mentioned. So first he mentioned that my body will adjust, but he also recommended to see a nutritionist or not a dietologist and get a plan. Now, I am perfectly aware of what I should be eating. I don't think that the problem with people that gain weight is that they don't know what they should eat. Well, maybe in some sense, yes. But in general, it comes down to eat various types of vegetables, a lot of green vegetables. The other ones, the colorful vegetables, mostly have more sugar in them. It comes down to eating a lot of protein, basically, if you don't want to lose muscle mass, which means eggs, which means beef and other types of meat. Like, I know what I should be eating, and I will definitely eat those things when I am going to eat. I do know that I should be adding electrolytes to my water. So if anyone has any tips of a good electrolyte solution, which is not that expensive, and I can order them in Europe, in a European web shop, let me know, because I'll definitely look into that then. But except for that, I'm just going to continue not eating until Sunday noon. So yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow how it goes. So far, everything is good. I don't feel dizzy. I don't feel fatigued. I don't feel tired. I don't feel forgetful, or any of the possible side effects that you might have after not eating. So far, I feel like I'm basically doing nothing special. But it has only been 3 days, but in reality, only a bit more than 2 full days. So we'll see. Okay. Well, thanks you guys for watching, and I'll let you know tomorrow how things are. Bye-bye.